Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. It seems as if this is the season for all of the petty and their files are getting exposed, call it pedophiles. It seems as if everybody is kicking down the closet door. Everybody is getting exposed. We saw in the case of that 9-year-old Kelsey that was taken out by a 39-year-old Giovanni. Giovanni lost his life. In this case that I am going to speak about is of an incident that took place in Manchester, maybe 2 to 3 years ago, in which a young girl at the time was touched up by a JDF soldier. That JDF soldier's name is Brandon Lee Thompson. They call him Lee Bleep Bleep in the JDF, Jamaica Defense Force. Apparently, the father went overseas to seek work, so Jamaica hard, so wherever you can be gainfully employed. He left Jamaica, he left his child in the company of his sister, his mother, and the sister's boyfriend, who is the JDF soldier. When he came back, he realized something wrong, something strange. His daughter started telling him exactly what the JDF soldier did. When he confronted the mother, the sister, the auntie, it seems as if everybody is a part of the conspiracy to cover up. So people, I want you to take a listen, take a look to exactly what this man has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
It happened in December 2023. And my mother know. My sister know. And none of them not do nothing about it. Them cover it up. Mother and my sister. Them two there. Me a show no. See me mother ya. And this are my sister. And them a pretend and a go on like say them right for what them do. And she, our daughter, we're 2 years older than my daughter. And you and she is a mother and a grandmother. Bro, me say a God work in a mysterious ways, brother. I so come to find out. Cause probably little girl with a gar grave with it. Cause them get in her head, they manipulate her because true me never dare on her. Because me have to do a ton of work. And she did a mandevil. You see, before me come back to Jamaica, when time them know say me find out, when them know I found out, and when time them know say me have to come back to Jamaica, she, my mother, left go foreign 2 days before me come back to Jamaica. Me nah do this for no clout, brother. Lested. Our own uncle. And our grandmother and our auntie. Yes, and my child. My child it happened to. Our auntie and our grandmother. Keep it a secret. And them cover it up. Them hide it from me. I'ma find out. Me I tell you right now, me no give a fuck cause them no care. Them never care what want happen, so me no business what want happen. Me I tell you. Me I tell you that. Me no business what want happen. Him, Brandon Lee Thompson. Them call him Lee in the army or Beep Beep because him play football for them. Them call him Lee or Beep Beep in the army because him play football for them. Him molest my daughter. And me tell you now again. Because I know me know. I know me know. That's why me just a come. That's why me a come out. Cause me just a know. And them a behave like say nothing can come out tight. Or them not do nothing wrong. Me can't give you an exact time when my daughter 15. My daughter 15 now. When time it happened, she was 13. She was 13. Because she said it happened. She said it happened the ending of 2023. The ending of 2023.
So people, you heard what the father had to say. And this is why a lot of persons, when them get opportunity overseas, much better pay, much better wage, them have to kind of weigh the pros and the cons. Is the money that I am going to get at my overseas job make me feel satisfied enough? What about my child or my children that are the priority? In this case, we say he was gainfully employed, but what he lost, the gains could not make up for it. What is even worse is the cover-up. Not only was that little picnic violated at 13, the mother, the sister, the auntie, the granny, everybody is covering up for this JDF soldier. And this is what happened. People in Jamaica put a lot of stuff on title. They hold persons on a pedestal. So instead of that person facing the music for his deeds, they would rather to cover up because they must say, well, a the sister, boyfriend, and a good youth, him probably just make a little mistake. People, that is no sort of mistake. Whenever you do a capital crime, you should always get capital punishment. And that is not less than any sort of Tarzan, Jane, and the little monkey justice. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about that 9-year-old girl that lost her life, Kelsey, in a job lane. She was taken out by Giovanni. Giovanni took himself and then the police take him out. We've seen since then that the mother is on a talking campaign, and justifiably so. Before he lost his life, met his demise at the hands of the police shootout, them say. His mother said, had she been the judge, or most importantly, the executioner, she would not take him in to waste taxpayers' money. He should be taken out on spots. Now, people, the truth and the fact is that what she said, she's not wrong. That is justice in most persons' eyes. However, coming from a mother, it kind of sounded weird. And we know that you have different level of mother, especially when there is no love lost between a mother and a son, especially when the son is a monster, which he is. So we saw that she did an interview with TVJ News, and she said, yes, when the police them call me and tell me, say, them take him out, I went and I identified the body. I told them, I am just coming for identification purpose. Me not really care with the body. If you want, take the body and fling it down a river and make ag name it up. Me not really care. I am not taking responsibility for this. So people, I am going to let you hear what the mother has to say in that interview that she did with TVJ News, and then I'll give my piece.
Well, me that expect that when me look on him, me that go feel sad, feel breakdown like a little, but no. When me look on him, and say, this is the way you want to go, eh? For a young youth, we are 30-year-old. Me can't have no hard fear because of where you do the little baby. I am not one of the mother who keep up with slackness and foolishness. Me not back no picnic. We do them wrongs. But because me when you come in our world, anything you do, people come kill me for you. Me not give up my life for nobody. Me not Jesus. So me not see why people are come criticize and kill me and slaughter me for dead for him. And one of them running with long machete and big iron and all sort of something with a two little baby them in the house. Tell me what kind of people them have heart? I'm in a response to bury him. No. I don't tell the police them already. If me identify the body, and I response for it. When a business owner want to do with him.
Now, people, when we hear a mother that speaks against a son, that is a criminal, a monster in the case of this youth. Most Jamaicans are going to be in agreement. Most Jamaicans are going to say, yes, we need more mothers like this. But I think that this mother is to the extreme, and I think that this mother might have been kind of partially responsible. Disclaimer. A youth, 18-year-old, responsible for his own deeds, cannot blame the mother. However, the upbringing and the lack of love, lack of compassion might have led to this. No sorts of justification for his deed because it is never justified. So when we saw all these videos circulating over social media and say, the boy need to go, yes, everybody agrees, including myself. Then when she hears him get taken out, everybody in agreement again. However, this is not what we expect from a mother. And I am not saying that you're supposed to facilitate any criminal elements, but for you to wish that your own son loses life, and yes, the punishment should fit the crime. I say this to say that it is not everything that good for eat, good for talk. So whether you feel that way, it just comes out in a sort of way as a mother speaking about a son. Even if your son is a monster, and we understand that people deal with things, people are vocal about different things. But me just say, this mother should kind of check herself, because based on what we are hearing, based on what the granny said, based on what neighbor said that knows her, knows the youth, yes, they had an estranged relationship, and yes, he was living with somebody else, and yes, the father and the mother was in a very ABUSIVE relationship, meaning that the father used to clot up the mother. So they separated ways by the rest. And the fact that whenever this youth took away that 9-year-old, the people congregate, meaning the angry mob at the house, with her and other grandchildren, other children in the house, with all sorts of tool before all sorts of machete, when they thought that the youth was at the house. So therefore, she has a right, because she could also have lost her life. The other kids in the house could have also lost their life. None of them, including her and the kids, had nothing to do with it, was a part of the decision-making process and the execution of that 9-year-old picnic. So me just say, the mother have all reasons and rights. However, when the foundation was not stable, built on sand, sinking sand, quicksand, and there was no sorts of functionality, dysfunctional home, and the whole heap of rift between the father and the mother and the child, that type of condition is going to be prime for resentment, for hate and eruption, and that is exactly what we saw. Now, this youth is no ordinary youth. This youth, a lot of persons went through more than what he went through. However, this youth take it to the extreme. This youth is what we call one of the worstest case possible. And he deserves everything that he got. And the mother probably justifiably have a right to say what she say. But maybe had the family, meaning the father and mother, brought up this youth a little bit different, maybe, just maybe, slight 0.1% possibility that things could have turned out differently. And very importantly, had family members not facilitated this youth's dwelling, had the relevant authority make people know, say, listen, this youth have a history of touching up little picnic, at least 7 of them out on bail for the same thing, repeat offender, then things definitely could have ended up way, way better. This is the extreme, point blank, and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called anger management and mediation therapy gone wrong. On March 11, 2024, a year or so ago, just before that, two brothers had a dispute. One brother beat up the next brother. The brother known as Duran Rose, 29-year-old, he decided that he was going to take the brother to court. When they went to the court, they were advised, that we can solve this quickly, we can send it to mediation. They decided that they were going to send it on mediation. At that day of the mediation, where the two brothers were supposed to come together across the table and sort out them difference, it is said just after that, the brother Duran confronted the next brother outside, broke one D&G buckle and juke up the next brother in his face. The police were alerted. Police came to the rescue of that brother, arrested Duran. Duran was locked up. Duran was convicted. He plea bargained. It is said that about a couple of days ago, that case now for the rushing after the mediation was the sentencing day for Mr. Rose, Duran Rose. Don't know the other brother's name. The judge said to Mr. Duran, based on the fact that you plea bargain, we are going to give you a discount. The minimum time that you're supposed to get for unlawful wounding, especially your own brother, your own flesh and BLOOD, is 24 months. But I am going to take off 6 months, make it 18 months. That was when the first brother will beat him up and then get juke up in the face, rush to the judge and tell the judge, please, 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 have some leniency on him. Is my brother. Him never mean the two we have anger management problem. That is not exactly what he said, but something along those terms. The judge then decided that, all right, him supposed to get 24, me they gonna give him 18 for plea bargain, but because the brother begged for him, me gonna give him 12 months. He was given 12 months. Now, people, there's a thing that is called BLOOD, is thicker than water. But it seems as if of lately, them kind of remix. It seems as if of lately, any and everybody can dead by any and everybody. It does not matter if you're your brother, it don't make a difference whomever it is. A very sad state of affair. The sad thing is that this is now the norm rather than the exception. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based off a video that has been making its round on social media, where it seems as if the police tried to make a lawful, allegedly, arrest. However, the lady that they were trying to arrest was not acting ladylike. She was putting up a whole bunch of resistance. And it seems as if because of that resistance, she get a couple of clotting, meaning uppercut, right elbow, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling. Persons that saw exactly what took place was saying that it was unjustified. The police had deal with the lady as if she's not a human being. Well, people, I am going to show you the edited version because of YouTube's policy. I cannot show everything because then the video will get striked. The video won't be monetized. So I am going to show you the edited version of the video of the interaction with the police and the lady, and most importantly, the persons that were out there that was baiting up, hyping up this lady and making a bad situation worse. And then I'll give my piece.
Play Crocs don't do nothing, man, come with the jail. Him take on Crocs. Him the one that take on Crocs. And I say Crocs have gone. And I man have the jill in him hand. Andre Wallace, video them. We not stop with them.
Before me I return the lawful response, so you can stop me. And you don't have no right. First of all, before you can even think about take this out of me, and you have to find out who me be. Stop me from video. I'm not obstruct your work. I'm there for my property. I'm not obstruct your work, big man.
Now, people, first thing first, two rights will never, ever, ever make a wrong. In some cases, yes, the police can be excessive in the way that they carry out their duty. Not very lawful, questionable, controversial at best. However, the fact is that the police is given basket to carry water in a lot of cases. The bridge of communication between the police and residents, it has been eroded, broke down, popped down, dropped down. So therefore, when the police come, even if they intentionally went to execute their duty in a lawful way, it has a tendency of going way, way left, especially when persons are out there and boosting up the person, telling that person, don't get arrested, resist arrest, do all the wrong thing. Now, people, at the end of the day, two rights will never make a wrong. At the end of the day, sometimes the police can be excessive. In this case, it is going to be questionable. But then again, we live in Jamaica, police state. So most persons are going to say that the police is justified without knowing the underlying story, what happened before, because nobody saw when she got the coffin. We just hear people attack. So anyways, people, let me know what you think in the comment section, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.